two dope dudes, bringing you the news, leading you to much success with all their insightful views. Do you grow yourself or buy from the top shelf? Are you here to take the reins and gain back your health? Whatever it is, you know the biz. Leave a light, crack a pipe, and let's get on with it. If you want to acquire the knowledge, you don't have to go to college. You can just come hang with Aaron and Dave.
Welcome to the Elevated News Podcast with Two Dope Dudes. We are your source for Midwest cannabis news, culture, and more. I'm Aaron.
Hey, I'm Dave.
What's going on? We're the Two Dope Dudes.
I came in so hot that time.
I know. I let you come in hot that time. No, that was awesome. What is going on, dude? How are you? Welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back.
Welcome back. Yeah, Mr. Cotter.
Yeah, I'm good, dude. Wish I could disc golf right now, but
Oh, I know.
just the snow is too much.
Yeah, it's a little much. The extra 4 or 5 inches we got the other day didn't help. And
Didn't help. Nope.
didn't help. My solar's covered in snow. There's ice everywhere. It makes me nervous as a homeowner, but what do they say? I struggled and to be thankful that I'm in the place today where I prayed to be years ago or something like that. So happy to be in the position that I'm in. So I'm not complaining is my point. Try not to.
There is definitely just a regular optimism that I operate under or with, and it just depends on how many gray days in a row there are.
Yeah.
Before that optimism meter kind of drains,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's a lot of us growers. We don't mind the wintertime as much because we get to, get down into the gardens, get under some lights. Hopefully, maybe you don't grow just with LEDs. You got some, HPS lights, something nice and warm. Get you some of that sunlight. Get it done. That's like we were talking the other day on the on your Peace, Love, and Cope live stream. That was a lot of fun.
That was wild. That was a great time.
People are advocating that you should, grow. I think somebody offered you a grow tent. In fact, I think
They did.
Cole
was
offered
Cole.
you a grow tent. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah, the energy draw is gonna go towards that freeze dryer.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Black Friday purchase. Dave got him a freeze dryer.
Oh,
Yeah.
skibbity bebop, dude.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I can't. I'm pretty pumped.
Yeah.
It does. Yeah. Yeah. I promise you, like, I have bags of. I mean, within reach of freeze dried. I eat this stuff as like I'm trying to do that instead of snacking on like candy and shit. If I do. Oh, and I love it. I think it's the greatest thing ever. And I spent a good $30 on freeze dried fruit the other day and went, I wonder how much it costs to actually make this stuff. And then I was like shocked for a minute. I was like, holy cow. Then I was like, wait a minute. How much can you do with it? Take it over the deep end. Oh,
Yeah.
everything.
Everything. It's the best. It's just time. It's just got to have the time. Got to have the time and the material.
Yes.
Got to have the time and material.
Yep.
So, well, that's awesome. How was your Thanksgiving? Did you have a good Thanksgiving? We haven't done a show since before Thanksgiving.
Oh, that's right. Last week was Thanksgiving was great.
Yeah.
I thoroughly enjoy family time. And I like that food group of things there is my absolute favorite thing. in the world. I
Really?
literally turkey stuffing, mashed potatoes, corn casserole. This thing is just out of control. Anyway, yeah. So that set of food, phenomenal.
Yeah,
Family, some friends. Yeah,
that's awesome, dude.
yeah. A lot of
That's
friends had
awesome.
off work and shit, so got to fuck
Well, yeah,
around for the
I mean,
weekend.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, it was a good time. It was a good
Yeah.
time. I had all my family in. It was awesome. Pretty much everything went off without a hitch. All the food was good. Everybody got here. It was a good time. So,
I
I
think
was
that's right around the last time I disc golfed also.
probably for me too. Yeah, my neck's been pretty rough for a few weeks now. So, I actually got an MRI on it this weekend. So, yeah,
Really?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Ralph was telling me he couldn't lift with his left shoulder because of throwing some snow. I literally same exact shoulder chucking
Mhm.
snow. I was like, "Oh, what? Why? Like, what's that?" Thank God I don't throw it that one. But
Yeah.
yeah, used a snowblower the other day, slipped out like 2 or 3 times, like just on
Dang.
ice and stuff. Right ankle's hurting. We're just getting, bro. I'm feeling
Oh
old. I
yeah.
need some. My CBD supply ran out. I ordered more from Mason though.
Oh,
'Cause I
fantastic.
love this. I genuinely love it. It's my favorite.
We gotta
Like,
have Mason. We'll probably have Mason back on soon.
yeah,
Um,
I think we need to.
are you at your 30 day? Was it?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yep.
Okay.
I
Sometime.
literally just took the last one yesterday morning.
Okay. That's. I mean, not awesome that you took the last one, but maybe next week or something. Uh, we can talk later about that. Just
The
an idea,
check
like
in on
like a check in on that or something, or maybe we'll have Mason on. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
that would be fire.
We're just spitfiring
Yeah,
while the show's going.
yeah, it's okay.
Okay.
I
I just had a heart attack. I looked up. I was like, oh, did I even hit record? But
oh
I did. That would have been
oh,
hilarious.
oh, we've done that before.
Yeah. Only on episode 100. But
Yeah,
uh,
literally.
speaking of, let's quit fucking around. We'll get plugs out of the way. And then we can actually get into the news because we got some cool stuff to talk about. It's been a couple weeks. So you can find us, the Elevated News Podcast with Two Dope Dudes, on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and all your other favorite podcasts and streaming apps. Two Dope Dudes YouTube channel. Please give us a like, leave a review. This helps us reach more people. Twitter.com at Two Dope Dudes, and then supportdopepeople.com, where you can find not just links to merchandise, but you can also find links to the Two Dope Dudes YouTube channel and Dave's YouTube channel, and also, new thing that Dave is doing is
Oh,
Dave's hosting his live streams, and there's a live link there, so that when Dave is doing that, you can join the show by clicking the live. And it was a lot of fun to do that this Thursday.
it was a ton of fun. I think going forward, I will try to keep it more organized. I will
Hmm.
probably only be doing one-on-ones because getting
Hmm.
multiple people in there was a little bit hectic.
Hmm.
But I think some one-on-ones through the night and chatting with a couple of people, maybe just pre-set up a couple of people to conversate with. But Cole starting off the night for me and doing that, like,
Hmm.
one, I love his perspective on things. It dude just he's crisp with it. But
Yeah.
yeah, so Thursday night, come hang out, 8 p.m. Central, please. Peace, love, and cope on YouTube. Uh, like I said last week, one of my more favorite shows, honestly.
Oh, that was super fun, man. I stayed up the whole time, obviously.
Yeah, yep, yep.
So
Which was I was like, man, when is this guy gonna tap out? But ride or die, bro.
hey,
I
man,
appreciate you.
peace, peacekeepers, peacekeepers.
Yeah,
Same thing here.
yeah.
Always, the message is important, and how do we get it out to more people?
Yeah,
So,
I actually described you as a ride or die the other day, and fucking Ralph was like, "That's like the fucking perfect explanation." I was like, "Yeah, I know. That's my guy. He
yeah,
fucking yeah,
I've said that to something similar, uh, to other people lately. It's when you're around people when when you can be around people that you trust, I mean, it's easy. But when you find out you can't trust people, then that's it. That's the end. You know,
Yeah, it's a
it's
ripple
kind of
effect
what I was saying
sometimes
the
too.
other night, Thursday. It's I need to get better about, like not letting some things affect me, but I have gotten better about leaving people behind that don't serve me, you know?
Yeah, dude, and honestly, probably in the conditional cannabis corner, I might give a little of my perspective into it too. But
Hmm.
I've been um, not reading a book. I listen to audiobooks, whatever. But I don't know. Jonathan Haidt made The Coddling of the American Mind, which was amazing.
Yeah, it was a
And
great book.
then
It's about how to
amazing.
get off of, how to get off of social media.
Now he's talking about the anxious generation.
Hmm.
That's the one that I'm into right now, and it actually kind of makes sense,
Hmm.
right? Like a lot of the things. There was
Yeah.
another one that I was listening to the other day that was talking about. Oh, what the fuck? I'll come up with it. It'll hit me at some point during this show,
Hmm.
and then I'll probably just blurt it out. But it's a number that like each species, even including Homo sapiens, have the capacity.
150.
Yep, yep,
150.
it is. What
Anything,
was it?
anything outside.
Behringer's number or something like
Yeah,
that?
anything outside of 150 is just too much to deal with. That's why you have to
Yeah.
keep
Well,
keep your circle small.
and that's why it's so easy to kind of fall into certain routines
Yeah,
and believe in certain
yeah,
ideologies, and then it made
yeah.
me believe like I was like, "Oh, okay." It put all this perspective into like why I do what I
Yeah.
do, why we are like,
Uh,
yeah.
d- build communities,
Yep.
and you know, uh, try and provide the best opportunities you can for the people around you. You know,
Yeah.
just like the people before you. Like that's all you can do, man.
Yep.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, that's awesome. That's fucking awesome. Yeah, I mean, I've been off Facebook since. I mean, I'm like my tattoos say geek. Like I'm a computer geek. Like I used to, I was on Twitter when it first started. I was on MySpace, Friendster,
Oh
fucking
yeah.
Foursquare, fucking, even before Friendster, there was others. Um, but now I'm like, oh, this is terrible, and I don't want anything to do with it. And you know, uh, I think a lot of the social media and the addiction that people have to the dopamine uh, hits that they get from their phone and social media and stuff like that is really dangerous to, um, you know, America, people, humans in
It's
general.
yeah, it's spread now because everybody in the world
Hmm.
has a phone in their pocket and
Hmm.
everybody is
Yeah,
like doing this thing. So yeah, there's a lot to be said there. If I start talking too much, I will.
yeah, yeah. We'll get into it later.
Yeah.
Let's do YouTube comments.
Wow.
Um, let's see. Share this tab instead. Add to stage. Awesome. Awesome. Let me go ahead and full screen this. All right. Turn that off. I think I asked what time people were doing Thanksgiving.
Yep.
Uh, and we have just some of the best people that respond every week, and we love you. Daily Homegrown, we're doing it at 1. Also, I'm thankful for this dope podcast and all the regular homies who hop in and cut it up every week. Uh,
That's
yeah, Daily Homegrown, you're the best. You know it. Cole Memo, watch this premiere live. Great episode. I had to come back and drop a comment for some love. Hope you had a happy Thanksgiving. I'm excited for the return of the Two Dope Dudes next week. Love you, buddy.
what a badass.
Happy Thanksgiving, guys. Thankful for all the news and the info you bring to us all.
Badass. Guy, we really do got the
Yeah.
best.
Mr. Rourke, happy Thanksgiving. We're getting together tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Or
Dude,
getting together
thanks
at 2 o'clock tomorrow.
that's a bingo bango. I think a lot of the Thanksgiving stuff is like noon to 2.
We did I told people to be here between 10 and 11, and
Yep.
then we ate at like 1
Yep.
because a bunch of my family came in from like 2 hours away, and they had to drive home, which is was always been my excuse when I go out there. I'm like, yo, I gotta go. It's like
Yeah.
it's like 2:30 ish, 3 o'clock. I'm like, yo, I gotta go
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I got a 2 hour drive home. Uh, Love the new intro. I told her, yeah, that's the. I think I chose something different for the YouTube premiere. You get like a countdown.
Oh, yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Chi-Town Hi-Fi, a late watch, but nonetheless a great watch. Thankful for you guys, this community, and everything you do for it. Wishing everyone a fantastic Thanksgiving. Appreciate you, dude.
Well,
And
thank
having some awesome discussions in Instagram.
Yeah, he got
Oh,
to spend the week with the boys. Super.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And shout out Mr. Rourke, texted me the other day. He said, hey, thanks for the I got this support dope people had just in time. It's super warm. I was like, awesome. I'm
That's
glad.
fantastic.
And then the Shadow 3001, one of the OGs, came in at the end of the live. I saw him there. And live chat. Let's go here. Shout out to oop, up,
Oh,
uh, Dr. Dank Nugs,
fire.
Macho Grams,
Fire.
John Voight,
Dude,
Skunk Ape Glassworks.
yeah.
Uh,
Had such a good time with John the other day.
yeah.
I just want to talk to him. I could talk to John for
Oh, yeah, he's the
days. It
best.
feels like.
I just go
Yeah.
over to his house. He's there most days.
Yeah.
Daily Homegrown, Sean Whitney.
Oh, love Sean.
Yeah,
Miss that
Sean
dude.
Whitney. Yeah, exactly. 22 DMAC 55. I think this was the second time I made him a mod this time. If you're in the live chat more than once, you're probably going to get made a mod. That is so. That is took that from Dr. Danknugs, and Big Time was the show Dr. Danknugs started on co-hosting. Big Time died, but one of the things they did, they made everybody mods so that you could go to each other's channel and subscribe, because can immunity, and so that's what we do here. So shout out to them for that as well. I
Super
like to
fire.
I like to shout people out. I like to make sure people know that they're appreciated.
Oh, it's yeah.
Yeah, and Cole Memo. I think I said Cole Memo. Yeah, yeah. It was a good time. It was a good time. So love you all. Thank you for that. Hey, because
Oh,
we're still doing enforcement for cannabis. This is always the point when I talk about this. We're still arresting people for cannabis. 7 charged in Chicago grocery store parking lot drug sales investigation, sheriff says. This is just on December 3rd. Weeks-long investigation into complaints about drug sales near a Chicago grocery store led to felony charges against 7 people, according to the Cook County Sheriff's Office. Now, I'm not saying that you should be selling cannabis outside, a jewel in your freaking like city or whatever. I'm not saying go deal drugs outside, drugs, but I mean, we're still arresting people for it. What we know, investigators focused on the area of Roosevelt Road and Wabash Avenue after residents reported drug deals occurring in and near the parking lot of a South Loop grocery store. Over several weeks, officers made undercover buys to identify alleged sellers. 6 people were arrested on November 25th, all Chicago residents accused of selling marijuana. 7 suspect.
uh,
Yeah. So they were hit with 11 felony manufacture and delivery charges. So, hey, we're still arresting people for cannabis.
well, maybe it was hemp. Maybe they should get a good lawyer and find out it's hemp. But they're, if you're also too in this level of drug or sales of whatever, um, now is this all 100% cannabis?
I mean, it doesn't actually say.
Because like I would be in. It may be and it may not be, but regardless,
I feel like
that's the
all it says is that it was selling marijuana. It doesn't say anything else.
yeah. That's so disgusting to me. Like, if there was anything else, because it did say the manufacturing thing, so I didn't know if there was something else that they were
No, it just says
marijuana, yeah.
selling marijuana.
Ugh, dude, it's so gross. Like, if you're trying to sell cannabis or at that rate where you're, like, out in
Yeah,
public doing it, um, it's a means of survival, like, at
yeah,
a certain point, right? Like,
right.
the unemployment rate is disgusting. Yeah, like, there's a ton of shit right now that plays a factor into why it's even more gross to be incarcerating these people. Like, I don't they they can't even be coming close to selling what a single dispensary does,
Yeah, but
and, like
dispensary pays their taxes to Daddy State, and then they give Daddy State extra money, and they say, "Hey, Daddy State, look how much taxes I get for you."
yeah. Well, yeah, and then they get
Yeah,
I mean, each dispensary makes at least 2 state employees typically. Well, it's not that one dispensary does because they kind of spread it out, but, like,
right. Yeah,
maybe every dispensary makes, you know,
I
1. I
mean,
don't really know.
I'm just people should be careful because and there's nothing left but enforcement.
No,
Uh,
you've been saying
j-
it a lot, and, like,
j-
no matter where I go in the news, no matter where you look outwardly towards this community, everything currently is around enforcement. Even the things where it's like, we're gonna do medical research, it's at the pause of what happens if regulation changes and now we're kinda screwed out. Like, all the colleges, if they've been doing the research under, and Cole brought this up on Thursday, if they've been doing the research under the hemp
correct.
laws, like,
Yeah,
who
yeah.
does the research now? And, like, that's what I was saying, like, I'm optimistic that ideally, if everybody's so worried about the research, that they would allow, the colleges or something to continue to be the research, you know, uh, masters of
Well,
this thing.
I mean, I think there has been some talk that I mean, there's I keep hearing things on the rumor mill about uh some movement on descheduling happening here in December. I
Well,
don't know whether that's actually going to happen or not because it's just rumors and just seeing different things pop up. Like we've seen some like, oh, the Republicans are going to steal the marijuana goodwill from the Democrats, and that's what they used to say back when Obama was the president, that he was going to do it for the Democrats and he was going to take all the goodwill from the Republican. It's just like
yeah, but we just saw most recently that being on either side doesn't matter. 76 of the 100,
right,
all right, which means that come from both sides of the aisle, voted to keep this fucking thing moving
correct,
forward. Like, it's,
right.
yeah, they're working together, is all I'm saying. Like,
Well, I mean, I've said that. I mean, I've taken that from other people. Uh, is that they always come together when it's about funding the government. They always will. There's never been a time. This was the longest time ever that they didn't.
dude,
And what was it like a month and a half?
bro, the WWE is real. It's staged. It's made you to believe that
It's
there
real
is
to
a
me,
fight
damn
going
it.
on.
It's still real to me.
Well, listen, I'm not saying that there's not really good entertainers taking some serious injuries and doing some badass stuff for the level of
Mm-mm.
entertainment, but, like,
Sure.
it is not the UFC,
Mm-mm.
right? Like, we're not seeing spinning back fists that are, you know,
Sure.
ending people's lives.
No.
No. So, anyway.
IIP declares PharmaCann and Forefront in default for non-payment of rent. We've been talking about this forever.
Ugh.
I brought this up because I wanted I wanted to touch on that they're closing the Dwight cultivation facility, and that's about 82 people. Uh, IIP recently announced results for its third quarter properties report, which declared several tenants in default for non-payment of rent. IIP is pursuing legal rights, which may include evictions. Tenants include two brands doing business in Illinois, PharmaCann and Forefront Ventures. According to the press release, IIP, though indirect, wholly owned subsidiaries serving as landlords, previously entered into leases with Forefront and its tenants for four properties that IIP owns. In March 2025, the company launched a strategic initiative aimed at improving long term financial performance by replacing certain underperforming tenants with more financially stable long term operators. IIP commenced litigation against PharmaCann for its lease defaults and continues to actively seek possession of the properties located in New York, Illinois, Pennsylvania, and Ohio. The Illinois facility is in Dwight, and according to Crane's reporting, IIP notified Illinois that it's expected the closure to be completed by the end of 2025. The closure of the Dwight facility, effective January 13th, 2026, which is not the end of 2025, it's the beginning of 2026, would lay off more than 80 employees.
Oh, it's so
the,
good.
the Illinois Department of Agriculture has not received any requests for a sale or transfer.
Oh.
Yeah.
So what? Oh. What do you do with it then? Because what?
Well, I mean, welcome to year 5 of recreational.
Dude, I mean,
Welcome to
yeah,
year 5 of
yeah.
recreational.
But, like, bro, PharmaCann's been
RIP,
trying to
RIP.
sell out for so long.
Sure.
I used to work for him. Like, I was
MedMen.
there when they were going through the fucking what's
I
it?
mean,
MedMen.
that's what I just said. MedMen. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Big.
RIP to all the people who lost their money on the MedMen transfer. Sorry
Oh,
about you, dude. That would have
bro.
been great for that. That was going to be great for about 2 months.
I watched because the stock price.
I know.
Oh,
I know. That's what I'm
dude.
saying. RIP to the people who lost money on that.
I Yeah, it breaks my heart still because I knew some people that were like pre-aware, so they were like, "Man, we're gonna capitalize and jump on the thing," and
Mhm.
then, ugh,
I mean, at one point, MedMen was going to be like the biggest company in the world.
they were gonna be the first billion-dollar
Mm,
cannabis company.
yep. And then, nah.
Ugh, and they were gonna acquire Dwight in that process.
Well,
They
yeah.
did get a few dispensary licenses out here. And do they still operate out here, or did they sell all their
I
assets
think they
out?
sold all their assets.
Yeah.
All right.
Ski.
Skate IDPH proposes amendments for medical cannabis patients.
This is good.
Yeah. IDPH today proposed amendments, and shout out to our friends over at
Oh,
Illinois News Joint, Jason Brown, Michael Asley.
yeah.
Love
They
those two
honestly,
gentlemen.
yeah, they are where I find some of this news before anything else too all the time.
Mhm.
Like yeah,
It's always my first one to go to.
yeah,
Uh, The first proposed amendment adds two new qualifications for reduced registration and renewal fees, and the second adds four approved qualifying debilitating conditions, which we have talked about. Uh,
yes,
Along with the previous qualifying conditions for medical card registration and renewal fee reductions, IDPH added five existing income based programs to the list, including Women, Infants, and Children, which is WIC, Low Income Home Energy Assistance Program, Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, and Temporary Assistance for Needy Families, or Medicaid. The following amendment includes those who are experiencing homelessness. Proposed amendments for how to prove these new qualifications were also added. Currently, qualifying patient application fees are $50 for 1 year, 100 for 2, and 125 for 3. Reduced qualifying patient application fees are 25, 50, and 75.
Yeah. Yep. Super weird. I why
What
can't
do you, what do you mean?
why is there leap 50, 100, 125, and then 25, 50, 75? It almost feels, I mean, I get it, but I don't know.
Half
Yeah.
because it's half,
What, dude, 75 is definitely not half of 125, but that's like
or I
my
guess not.
right there.
Yeah,
Like, yeah, why not make that $60 or something so that, yeah. I mean, I get it. It is a reduced rate, but it just means you're
yeah.
getting your card for 25 bucks a year and they're still doing that 3-year limit dumb shit. I don't under I outside of give us more money, I've never
Make sure
understood.
that your info is still correct.
Yeah, that you still have a debilitating condition.
Yep. Uh, the second proposed amendments updates the wording for 4 new qualifying debilitating conditions that were officially announced on January 9th, 2025. The 4 debilitating conditions added to the official list of qualifying conditions, which you click right here. Here it is. This is from the Illinois Department, dph.illinois.gov. And this is the list of if you can get a medical card in Illinois. And back to that is 4 debilitating conditions added to the official list were endometriosis, ovarian cysts, uterine fibroids, and female orgasmic disorder. Man, it's a good thing that it's uterine fibroids and not painful uterine fibroids.
Yeah, yeah.
Stupid. Anyway,
I'm with you.
yeah, the
Yeah,
4 new added. Go ahead.
yeah. I mean, kudos for moving this along.
Yeah,
Um,
I went to the meeting on this that was voted on almost 2 years ago,
yep.
and then it took almost all of this year to get it done and
Which is
added.
just so stupid.
And yeah,
It's
and
so slow.
shout out to Jim on the board for really dressing down the board and telling them what a joke it's become.
Mm.
And
Yeah,
like, who's going to argue with Jim?
yeah,
What are you going to say?
yeah,
He's been there since the beginning,
yeah.
and he's still there. 4 new added conditions bring the total to 56. Since the announcement, providers have been able to begin certifying patients with those conditions for treatment with medical cannabis. IDPH provided the brief information about each condition below. Uh, Female orgasmic disorder. This is a condition where a female has difficulty reaching orgasm. There may be a wide variety of causes for this syndrome. Data suggests that cannabis can be helpful for women with difficulties or dysfunction attaining orgasm. Endometriosis. This is a condition in which the tissue similar to the uterine lining grows outside the uterus, which can result in severe pain, scarring, and infertility. Studies show that cannabis is an effective means of treating pain from endometriosis. Ovarian cyst. This is a broad category covering several different types of cysts, a solid or fluid-filled pocket that grow on or within the ovary. Medical cannabis would be used to treat the pain associated with those cysts. Uterine fibroids. These common benign growths can lead to chronic pelvic pain, which can be treated with medical cannabis. I bet data shows that that cannabis can be effective in treating the pain of uterine fibroids. I don't know why they didn't. I mean,
Yeah,
IDPH. How do you not just copy paste that?
yeah,
Just saying.
yeah. Well, yeah.
I
Drives me
should.
nuts actually, because every condition that has the
Yes.
word pain in it,
Yes. I I was.
like, what are we talking about?
I was going to say, hey Dave, as a follow up, how is it that cannabis can help with the pain here, but if you say I have back pain, they go, well, cannabis doesn't help with that.
Um, Well,
How about a
with
short version?
enforcement.
Oh, okay. Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Cool. Cool. Cool.
I gotta
But
act
yeah.
like I know some shit over here, dude. Wait, and
Ye
then I'm gonna use my title and flex it at you, make sure you
Yeah.
know that I think I know some shit.
Hey, here's from the Chicago Sun-Times. Uh, Proposed ordinance could outlaw hemp products in Chicago before federal ban next year. Alderman Marty Quinn is pushing to limit hemp product sales to cannabis dispensaries, potentially kneecapping a massive Illinois industry months before a federal ban takes effect.
I don't understand this push to limit hemp product. You mean to tell me that you're going to allow hemp licenses to be approved vendors for dispensaries, and dispensaries all of a sudden are supposed to carry like through what? Oh my god, dude, it's driving me nuts to think like how unrealistic this even sounds like. Okay, so put them to the same standards then of testing, because everybody can't stop saying we got to get it tested. Whatever, send their shit to ACT labs.
Mhm.
But how the hell is that even going to, like, oh my god. I just keep going down a rabbit hole. Every time I say one thing, I'm thinking about 10 other reasons why this is as broken as it possibly can be. And it just doesn't even make sense. Like, why would a dispensary that is vertically integrated and capable of making these products on their own, theoretically, and not even theoretically, they could go obtain a hemp license and then grow hemp to supply themselves. Oh god, dude. And
I
some of them
mean,
already do, but oh my god.
you're not wrong. So, what it says here is a federal ban on intoxicating hemp products. Hemp dry products is set to take effect nationwide late next year, but the psychoactive goods that have soared in popularity through a loophole could be outlawed much sooner in Chicago. So this would just be in Chicago. Uh,
Brooke County
City
can do what they
proper.
wanna do.
Yeah, I mean, this ordinance turns respected Chicago businesses into criminals, said Glenn McAlfresh, co-founder of the hemp beverage company P Left, would discard millions of dollars of in sales taxes at a moment when the city is facing $1 billion budget gap. And more importantly, this ordinance puts real people's livelihoods on the line. Glenn has been a guest on the Cole Memo.
Yeah.
Also, if you go to the CANA Equity Illinois Coalition for Illinois meetings, you'll see Glenn there. Glenn is usually around as well. Uh, Good dude. Uh, so yeah, so this is only allow hemp products to be sold at cannabis dispensaries. Like just like Dave said, like how
And
is yeah, yeah,
Glenn nails it too. Like, I know tons of people in the hemp space
yeah.
that, like, oh, dude, it's kinda sad because now they're gonna be the criminals selling fucking hemp for your dog in the fucking oh, dude. What a disaster.
I mean, you know, they act like hemp items are K2 and synthetics, and
Yeah.
while certainly we've seen some garbage out there, and I'm not saying there isn't garbage out there. To call it a loophole now is assigning somebody's intent when the intent was clear at the time. You know, so whatever. It's more of the I'm smarter than you and everybody else is dumb, and that's just stuff I can't stand.
Yeah.
Uh, hey, here is some optimistic news. Uh, Texas Department of Public Safety, DPS update, phase one of Texas Compassionate Use Program expansion selection process. Texas is expanding their medical cannabis program. This is a good thing. Anywhere there is access to medical cannabis, even if you don't necessarily like the companies that are involved. It is good for people who need access to cannabis. So, Texas Department of Public Safety has commenced phase 1 of the Texas Compassionate Use Program expansion selection process, and 9 new businesses have been identified to proceed for an additional due diligence evaluation. The following organizations will be conditionally awarded TCUP licenses, subject to additional due diligence evaluations such as disciplinary actions, financial suitability, litigation history, and any other information as required by the department following phase 1 of the selection process. And this is where Dave's point of, if you can have a legitimate cannabis business in Illinois, you can go to other places because this is what states actually look for. So the 9, that's what they said, 9, right? Verano, Texas, Public Health Region 1, True Leaf, Texas, Public Health Region 1, Texas Patient Access, LLC, not heard of them, Lone Star Compassionate Care Group, I wonder who they are, Lone Star Bioscience, PCTX OPCO, LLC, doing business as PharmaCann.
Oh man.
Texa OP DBA, Texa RX. I kind of like that name. Story of Texas LLC, and Dave, you say it. I don't know.
Deletso.
Delatso. Thank you.
Dude, how doesn't it say up there financial suitability?
Yes. It also says litigation history. The conditional licenses do not grant the applicant permission to cultivate, manufacture, distribute, or sell cannabis products until final approval by the department. As a holder of a conditional license, the licensee is subject to the department's ongoing due diligence evaluation. You ever see that one where the chick tried to say diligence and she said diligence? And the dude was like, "Yo, babe, what'd you just say? I'm doing my what?" Anyway,
Free
so
Shavakanu.
yeah,
Yeah.
hell yeah, yeah. So, and then, as outlined in House Bill 46, DPS will issue a total of 12 new licenses over a 2-phase selection period. These 9 conditional licenses in phase 1 and 3 conditional licenses in phase 2 by April 1st, 2026. And then you can learn more about the process. But hey, good for Texas. Whether you think Verano, True Leaf, PharmaCann, and Compassionate Care are good representations of cannabis is yet to be determined. But shout out to Texas for actually having
Due
compassionate
diligence
use.
evaluations just blows my mind when disciplinary actions, financial suitability, and litigation history. Does that mean you've had to be bad at all 3 of them? Like, you've had to
Well,
go through some
no,
disciplinary actions.
because
You gotta show your
like
history of
like
dis
most management or middle management in the United States, we reward bad management by promoting them. Uh, it's the same thing here.
Dude, I
If
just
you're
don't
if you're if you're bad at stuff and you're bad at stuff in multiple states, well, you can be bad at stuff in our state too.
these people spend more money well, you're
Yeah,
1,000%. These people spend more money trying to figure out how to expand their footprint,
yeah,
and then, like, at the same time,
yeah.
like
Maybe we can do it in Texas.
yeah. I mean, it's better weather.
That humidity and I mean, I don't know. Maybe, I
Dude,
guess.
uh,
I'm not talking shit about Texas. I
I
love
could disc
Texas.
golf right now.
Get down to Florida, baby.
You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Like,
Know
it
what I'm
just
saying?
yeah.
Oh,
Mhm.
mm-hmm. Well, hey,
Now,
shout out Texas.
good luck, Texas.
Yeah.
And, like, yeah, I'm not like, trying to be a massive hater. I just don't understand how we can cover default on loans and then cover 2 news stories later the due diligence of financial suitability with the same damn company, dude.
I mean, you know. Dave, you
Welcome to
ready?
Canada. Oh,
Welcome to
yeah.
cannabis. Yeah,
Oh,
you
yeah.
ready to get into Dave's Conditional Cannabis Corner?
Yes, I am.
All right. Give me just a second. We'll
You got some
make this.
symptoms.
You got some symptoms from your condition to help you feel better. That is my mission. At the Conditional Cannabis Corner, you can get that information, and it won't even cost you a quarter.
All right. Welcome, my friends, to the Conditional Cannabis Corner, where you're going to hear about what I've been studying and listening to lately. It is the mental health crisis that we realize that we are dealing with in America and maybe even globally. There 1000% is a crisis. Uh, we're losing more people regularly on a upward trajectory of a scale to mental health crisis, and we're not really doing a ton about it. Uh, there are some like explanatory numbers of why. The thing that I was talking about earlier, it's called the Dunbar's number. That's what I heard about this weekend, kind of respected it a ton. It's what Aaron was talking about, 150. It's how many people we can kind of keep within our group, within our sector, and to it's not that I mean, for like me, I know hundreds of people. I've interacted with a bunch. We have a disc golf club that has 125 people in it, right? That's about how many buy a tag a year. So I know about 125 people by name just in disc golf alone. I don't hang out with them all, and we all probably don't agree on all the same things, but at least we have some commonalities. We all play the same game. We all love to be out there together, and it wouldn't matter. I'd play with any one of the people. Um, but Dunbar's number expresses that after about 150, you kind of just can't, there's no more capacity for us to stay a cohesive unit. And this is why people fall into their routines of, politics and religion and whatever. And I'm not hating on those things. Go ahead and do whatever you do. But it is because I am included into those things that it's okay, but I also get to not worry about what everybody else is included in and what everybody else is doing. The the only reason I'm saying this too, and the people that I listen to were talking about, I think it was more on the title of it, um, why Christmas has gotten so weird for you lately. And it's more the idea of the people that you're the closest with, or you're supposed to be the closest with, your family, you don't really know much about them. You hold drastically different political views, drastically different religious beliefs, uh, you know, favorite sports teams. I just identities. That the list goes on, but it is because of a lot of those factors. The idea that we aren't community, we aren't all on the same page working towards the same goal, that is causing a big bit of this mental health crisis. As we talked about earlier, too, the dopamine hit and the quickness in with which we are scrolling and getting information and getting these reward mechanisms to trigger is making it harder for us to sit inside of some of the awkwardness. And maybe the awkwardness is just hearing somebody else out because, again, we are interacting, we're family, right? But we have disagreements so great and so drastic, and it's over belief systems where I've said for a long time one of the best parts of cannabis is the community in it. It's the belief in this plant as your personal comforts, but also in other people's comforts. And I use the word belief because maybe sometimes it's bigger than what we are factually able to express. Uh, can you every time pull up the case study that prove that the pain for endometriosis actually is solvable by cannabis comparatively to that of a general back pain? Is the pain so categorically different? But in that, it's like we're just cutting nails. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Why isn't pain just a blanket statement and everybody goes, okay, we accept that. If you have a pain, you should be able to use cannabis for it. It's the same thing with like again, religious beliefs, political views, sports teams, any of those things where it goes, okay, I like sports. There you go. I like to watch football. Okay, so if I like to watch the football and you like to watch the football, you can have your team and I can have my team. There's a common space of football. I watched some football yesterday. That shit is barbaric, dog. I love you all, but watching these guys crash into each other head on 20 miles an hour, just full force, two different, you know, I don't know. And the equipment's gotten better and it's safer. It's the Coliseum. It literally, I can't look at this thing and listen to all the yelling and screaming and cheering and then watch on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube all the fights that happened afterwards. And you hear in the news, oh, this guy got his ass kicked because he was wearing the wrong colors in the wrong city. Like, what in the hell are we talking about? Well, the thing is, maybe Dunbar's number, the 150, maybe our capacity is met, but it doesn't mean that you aren't mentally capable or physically able to either one, get yourself out of the situation, or two, not engage in the way that like causes harm. I think that we all have the ability to get away from this destructive mental state that a lot of people are in. And I think that it's because of an overwhelming of the system, how fast we're scrolling, how quickly we're changing our ideologies and our beliefs, or how steadfast we stay in the way that and we're trying to prove that our way is the way. And whoa, like, I think the more that I have gone through life, the more I've believed, like, I don't know shit. I know what I know, but I can be taught something new. And I do get taught something new almost every day. And there's new eye opening moments, and you can't know everything anyway. But I think cannabis is a big key, and it could be a massive way of, I think why when I say the atomic bong, it makes so much sense to my mind is because everybody that I've ever met who's been a cannabis consumer and has sat across and had conversation whilst consuming cannabis with the other person across from them, zero times in my life, and I've been around a lot of cannabis use, zero times have I watched somebody fight somebody else over belief systems, viewpoints, whatever. I've listened to some pretty cool conversations, and maybe even at that point it's become an argument of nipping back and forth, but literally the common ground at the end is to go, hold up a minute, pack this up, I'll hit it and I'll pass it to you, and then we hug at the end when we leave. I think that all of the things that we're dealing with, especially the social media side of things, the having to know everything at once, I think that that is causing a lot of our systems to get overwhelmed. And that's us. We're adults. If you're listening to this show, you're an adult, you're established, you're fine, whatever. imagine what this is doing to the kids. And it's for that same reason that, like, when I was listening to all this and I've gone through all my thought process, that my mind just popped because I go, it's the same group that could benefit from the comforts of slowing my thought process down. Okay, now I think there's plenty of other ways. It doesn't have to be the interjection of cannabis, but and it's not cannabis just for intoxicants. I mean CBD in a lot of the instances when I state the word cannabis. I think there's properties of cannabis, excess cannabinoids and terpenoids that aren't delta 9 tetrahydrocannabinol that gets you the intoxication or whatever, that could be massively beneficial to the growth and regulation of the psychology of younger humans. And the rate at which they are affected by this, and all of them grow up with a phone in their hands. All of them go to a school that gives them a Chromebook or a tablet that they have to carry around constantly. And it's just this constant plugged in. Everything is online, nothing is offline. And that's spoken about in the anxious generation that I've been talking about, or listening to, also by Jonathan Haidt. And anybody who is a reader, it's an absolute worthwhile read, or if you're an audiobook, it's a great listen too. But you know, we're in a place right now where it's a big tipping point for the psychology because of how non-personally connected everything is. If you don't like somebody, you just unsubscribe. If you don't, you know what I mean? If you're friends on Facebook, but then all of a sudden you don't politically agree, you put some stupid ass post out there that says anybody who thinks that Trump is one way or doesn't think Trump's the other way, I'm deleting you. Like, we're putting out these massive inabilities to hold communications, to interact like a human, to sit across from people who we may not believe, which aren't, it's not knowledge to begin with. You can't believe and know something at the same time. So it's shit that we don't believe, or they don't believe and I believe too much of it, that is causing us these massive separations. And even then, it's really the root cause of most war. It's where most of these bombs and killings and, but it's not getting any better. It's getting drastically worse as time goes on. And we're literally around the corner from machines making the massive decisions. A computer, because we have so dumbed our thought process down in a lot of these ways, and we're not willing to sit in some of the, or it's just easier to send it to the computer, get it done. All of that we all go, okay, it'll help me write my report faster. I just click in there and okay, now I can send the report to the boss or the teacher or whatever. Great. These technologies are wonderful. But when is it okay for this technology to be, when do you shoot the bomb or not? When do you know, when is it okay for the kid to make a submission of, I agree to all of this terminology? And it's great. They equate in the anxious generation a child coming home from school, a teenager, let's say a young teenager, 13, goes to their mom and says, I'm gonna go to Mars with this billionaire guy who believes that children are the best to go up to Mars because, and we haven't really studied the negative effects of what could happen on Mars, lower gravitational pull, bigger exposure to UV rays, and to all of the things that could potentially go wrong. You could never see your kid again. They come home to mom and say, "Hey, mom, I'm going to go with this billionaire guy," and the mom goes, "No, like I can't lose my kid to this." But then it doesn't really matter because as long as they electronically check mark the box and put in a fake birth date, they are allowed to participate in this shit. So like there is some danger that is going on out there that's lurking around, you know, every corner for the mental health crisis. But I think we're in also too like mental health crisis kind of means that we are losing our brains, which is one of the most humanly factors, which is the biggest. We can sit within each other. We can use this processor in our head to go, I don't have to hate you because you're different than me. And one of the best ways that we make these connections sometimes is by passing the pipe around, is by passing the joint around, whatever. And the fact that this thing is still criminalized the way that it is, and the fact that, like we listened to earlier in this episode, people are going to prison still for the thing, it is the most disgusting, in my eyes, thing that we as humans are still doing. It's barbaric. It's, eh, you know, uh, and it's definitely not using this thing for its maximum potential. And we all know for how long we all used cannabis as an alleviant. Each one of us individually, we can see it historically through times now. There's no like denying this plant has something that is far more connective than destructive. And I'll continue to advocate for it because I genuinely believe that you can take your health back, which number one part of your health is between your ears. I think you can take your health back into your own hands with the consumption of cannabis. I think that using this thing properly, and it can be purely CBD, it does not have to be for intoxication. I genuinely, it's weird because I know in a certain capacity because I've witnessed it. 56 different conditions, I think, is what they're up to now. I've witnessed this thing work in different conditions, completely different faces, completely different spaces, people from every walk of life, different religions, different political standpoints, different sports teams. They're just all different. Use one thing, figure it out, come together, have this understanding, have this acceptance, get to this place within ourselves. And, I can only hope that for everybody who does feel like they're suffering through what is going on and the mental part of what is going on, the ability to say, I don't feel so scared. I don't feel so intimidated. I have an acceptance point where I understand why things go on the way that they do. It doesn't make it better. Like I said, I understand why some people do the war thing. I think it's more for profit than not, but it's a weird, like you go, okay, I understand why you're doing this. And then also, too, when there's actual naturally brought on fighting. Anyway, there's an acceptance point where you go, okay, that kind of sucks. But in the acceptance, we can go, yeah, it's kind of fucking weird, isn't it? Why is everybody still doing that? And you don't run into these hard walls that is, I'll tell you because I have a better title than you, or I'll tell you because I have more money than you, or right? Like, when do we become humans again? When do we connect again? And until we connect again, I think the mental health crisis just gets worse. I think that until we put down until we get offline and get back in person, a lot of these things will continue to suffer. And it's every relationship you can possibly imagine. The work life has become more difficult. The home life has become more difficult. The sex life has become more difficult. Marriage is impossible now. Fucking the rates of divorce is crazy. And it's all at this same, it all intertwines into, well, if I just don't like your viewpoint now, I just unsubscribe from your fucking channel. I just go away from your thing. I don't sit through the suffer part of it and go, okay, well, we're all allowed to have our own thought process or opinion. And I think my the one thing that I can always say has been there and helped me feel like I'm in control, it is this plant. And I think for a lot of people that are listening and still listening to me rant at this part, it probably rings home to you like, yeah, I use this plant because it helps my cognitive state. And kudos to you for finding something that helps. And if you still feel like it's not doing the full trick, there's other things that I beg you to consider, right? Like that's try CBD. All right, that's just implementing the plant again. Try changing your stance on something. Try accepting the stance of somebody else of something. And that's why when I talk about all these things that I think, it's probably like a list of the top 5 things that don't matter or shouldn't matter. And it's not that it doesn't help you feel like you're part of the 150, like you're in your group. Like as long as I find somebody else who says Democrat or Republican or Green Party or Catholic or Muslim or Buddhist or whatever, as long as I find somebody that associates, I find my little group and I go, up, here we are, all good and gravy. But like, I think cannabis allows all of it. And cannabis allows all of you. It doesn't see it's not a discriminatory thing. So more cannabis and less social media. That's it. I love y'all, man. Yeah, thanks for letting me rant it out today.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
I enjoyed listening to it.
Thanks, dude.
I always do.
Yeah.
I get to listen to it like at least 3 or 4 times. I get to listen to it live. I get to listen to it probably twice while editing, and then once during the live stream.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It really has. It's been a thing for me lately. Like, and I think it has been forever, right?
Mhm.
Like since I've gotten to this point of enlightened or awakened or whatever the hell it was, where I was
Woke.
like, yeah, at third eye,
Mhm.
call it whatever you will. There is
Sure.
just this part of your brain that once you kind of use this thing, I think correctly, and you kind
Mhm.
of hone in, go, man, I just wish I could get back in my little, and again,
Mhm.
that's it too, get back in my little group, but
Mhm.
everybody in my little group is cannabis people.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know what I
In
mean? Like,
in in one way or another. Even if they're not, they still are. I
even
mean,
if they're
it's
not
it's
consumers or advocate,
well,
you
it's
know?
cannabis. Cannabis is I've said this before. Cannabis is one of the great mother teachers of this earth,
Oh yeah,
and it's a certain sort of person who is open and attuned to that sort of thing. And so, even if they're not a cannabis person, they can be a cannabis person. Even if they don't imbibe cannabis, doesn't mean they're not a cannabis person. It's just it's a certain type of people, person. So,
yeah,
hundred
yeah.
percent,
I
hundred
think so.
percent. You just got to listen to the plan, and people who are open to listening to the plan are open to other things too. So
Yeah, I
they
mean,
become our people.
yeah, and also, yeah, I mean, listen to yourself too. T-
Hmm.
don't allow everybody else to make the decisions for you.
That's right. Empathetic people.
I
Oh
like
yeah.
empathy. It is my
Yeah.
favorite trait.
It's I think you can have too much of it sometimes, but yeah, I'm for it.
Yeah, I
I
respect
try not
that.
to be too empathetic, you know. You get too lost in that, you get worried about that. Some people are just like instead of being comfortable in their own skin, they have to be in everybody else's.
Yeah.
And that's
Yep.
not necessarily healthy either. So
Yep.
that's what I mean by that. But hell yeah. Hey, great episode today.
Thanks, brother.
Uh Thanks everybody for coming back and watching us. We missed you. Sorry we had to take a week off, but we love you all. Smoke weed every day. Peace.
Thank you. Love you. Bye.
Yo, ding dong, we're done here. Time to go.